absolutely kills me to say this right now. But if you have not purchased Battlefield 2042 yet, do not plan on getting it anytime soon.
It's an absolute joke, and they should be ashamed of themselves. I don't understand how earlier this year they said that they were ahead of schedule, because this game, it shouldn't have been released in this state, and it shouldn't have had a price tag as high as it did.
There are a lot of bugs in the game right now that I've experienced, many of them game-breaking.
They took all the stuff that were the memes from Battlefield 3 and 4 and promised it with this, and I don't think they delivered. And this is coming from a die-hard Battlefield franchise fan. The golden era of Battlefield is over.
Battlefield 2042 has entered Steam's 10 worst reviewed games of all time list. It's having a rough time. Some of this is technical issues, as the game is suffering both performance-wise and with server problems depending on when you're playing.
It's just a joke all around. Take the performance out of the way, because I know a lot of people are going to sit here and tell me that they're going to optimize it in due time. We got to stop, defending developers who are putting products out like this.
But a lot of it just what seems like dice cutting corners and getting rid of past game features this time around. The Battlefield subreddit has compiled a massive master list of cut features and issues with the game, which is sprawling, and it remains one of the top posts in that community's history, implying a whole lot of agreement among the fanbase. All of this anger has produced some very measurably pushback. All versions of the game are getting sub 3.0 scores on Metacritic among fans, somewhat better than the GTA Trilogy's sub 1.0 scores, but on Steam? Angry fans have landed Battlefield 2042 in the top 10 worst reviewed games list for the entire platform. It's currently at number 8. This is the worst reviewed major AAA release I can even see on this list. Players were concerned that early tests of Battlefield 2042 ahead of launch showed a game that probably needed to be delayed further to be more polished, but EA went ahead with the launch. Is Battlefield 2042 actually the 8th worst game on the entirety of Steam? Probably not, but this is one of the only ways fans can make their displeasure known, and a vocal contingent is not happy with how EA chose to release the game. Most Battlefield games launch a little bit rough, but 2042 is opening worse than nearly any iteration we've seen before in many ways. And it's not just bug fixes required to get it back on track, it's dozens of missing or cut features fans want back as well. We'll see if that's even remotely possible to deliver.
Every time I actually logged into the servers of Battlefield 2042, a lot of times I just wanted to break my controller because I was so frustrated at how destroyed, how limited, and how poorly balanced this game is. Do not buy Battlefield 2042.
My recommendation is wait. Wait until the first major patch.
Until then, it truly is not worth anybody's time right now until the optimizer.
Feels like this game should have had another 9 months in the cooker, and I mean 9 months of all hands on deck.
Finally, should you buy Battlefield 2042? No. In fact, I would recommend a refund in this current state. Pre-order culture is a cancer to the video game industry, and companies shouldn't be able to cash out before the game is even released, and let alone in a good state.